Prologue, The Last Fire by Tre'vion Rivers. The fire crackled in the cave's heart, pushing back the creeping dark. Smoke clung to the ceiling, weaving itself into the cracks like a spirit that could not escape. Around the flames sat the remnants of a clan, 12 Neanderthals, broad of shoulder and heavy of brow, their faces lit in the orange glow. Outside, winter howled, a wind sharp enough to strip the skin from bone. Old Karn, the elder, leaned on his carved staff. His voice was thick and gravelly, a sound like stones grinding together. "They are not us," he said, and the flames danced across his face, making him look carved from the rock itself. "They smile too much. They chatter like birds. They gather with strangers as if blood means nothing. They are weak, yet they spread across the valleys like water. And now they come for our forests, our hunting paths, our caves. Do not be fooled. They are not us." The clan nodded, murmuring assent. They had seen the newcomers, tall, narrow-faced, with tools of bone and antler, with painted skins and strange laughter. The Homo sapiens, the friendlies, some whispered, for they greeted even enemies as if kin. But Karn's grandson, Duvak, did not nod. He kept his gaze fixed on the fire, though in his mind he saw a different face. She had stood at the edge of the trees, wrapped in fur, her hair braided with shells. When their eyes met, she had not bared her teeth in threat, but lifted her hand in a gesture he did not understand. A wave, like water flowing. "They hunt well," Duvak said quietly. The cave fell still. "I saw them bring down an aurochs with spears thrown from far away. They do not need to bleed at the horns like we do." Karn's eyes narrowed. "And yet they bleed all the same. Do not forget, boy, their ways are not our ways. We are strong because we remember. We endure because we keep to the old paths." But strength no longer felt certain. The herds had grown thin, wandering farther each season. The cold lingered longer, biting deeper. Every hunt was harder than the last. Already their clan had buried more than they had birthed. From the shadows, Mira, Duvak's sister, spoke up. "Perhaps their ways could join ours. We are few. They are many. Together? Together?" Karn's staff struck the stone floor with a crack that echoed like thunder. "You would give our blood to them? You would see us washed away until nothing is left but shadows in their faces?" Mira lowered her head, but her words lingered like smoke. The fire guttered low. Duvak slipped outside, the cave mouth yawning into the night. Snow fell in heavy silence, blanketing the valley. Across the river a glow burned. Another fire, too far for warmth, but close enough to see. The friendlies were camped there. He could hear faint echoes, laughter, children's voices, a song unlike any he had known. It was not the chant of hunting or the dirge of mourning. It was lighter, reaching upward as if to call the stars themselves. Something stirred in him, a pull both frightening and undeniable. He remembered Karn's words, "They are not us." Yet he also remembered the girl's wave, the ease in her eyes, as if she had no fear of the gulf between them. Behind him, the cave was heavy with silence, with the weight of old stone ways. Ahead, across the river, was something uncertain. Dangerous, perhaps, but alive. The wind carried the sound of their song toward him, and for a moment he imagined the world his grandfather feared, a world where his people's faces were gone, their voices silenced, their stories unremembered. But he also imagined another possibility, a child born of both fires, carrying pieces of each world in their blood. He did not know which vision was truer, only that the choice was coming, swift as the cold. Tuvok closed his fist around the small shell he had found near the river, a shell like the ones braided in the girl's hair. He slipped it into his pouch and turned back toward the cave. The last fire of his people burned behind him, sputtering against the dark. Ahead, across the river, another fire called, and between them stood him, torn between extinction and survival, between memory and change, between the world that was and the world yet to come.